What's up, everybody? It's Jess. Today I'm going to be giving you guys another story time about my ex-boyfriend's crazy ex-girlfriend. I kid you not, y'all. Like, this girl took me for a roller coaster ride. Like, she was nuts. Before we get into that video, please like and subscribe, and also like comment below any of your like crazy stories that's happened, like harassment or stalker stories. Like, I'd like to hear them. You know, I feel like we should let each other know because there's some crazy people out there, and I'm one of those naive people that try to take everything as it is, and like, people are nice and have good intentions, but yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. So for purpose of this video, all these names are made up. These are not their real names, but I figured, you know, in all my story times I'm not using any real names, but I just thought you guys should know that. So anyway, so I was dating this guy named Braxton from 2011 to 2012, and before me and Braxton got together, he dated this girl named Brittany, and from my understanding, him and Brittany were like high school sweethearts, but they kind of broke up a little bit after high school. So they broke up around 2010, like early 2010. And keep in mind that Braxton and Brittany like went to high school in Texas, so they didn't go to high school in Arkansas where I lived. I had no idea who this Brittany character was before I was with Braxton, and he told me their stories. And Braxton would tell me like how she was like a little nutty, but I never really had any encounterments with Brittany like that. Obviously I didn't even know, like, they stayed in Texas, so I had never even met her before. But one day, me and Braxton were on our way back to Arkansas from Texas, and Brittany sent him a text message of them kissing or whatever. So me and Brittany like got into it, obviously. Like, you're not gonna just be sending my man no pic while we're together, like, what? So me and her got into it. I don't think it was anything deep or anything like that. It was probably like just a little bit texting back and forth, and then like probably like a deletion of her number or blocking or something like that. So fast forward, me and Braxton end up breaking up. We end up breaking up in like November of 2012, and during this time, like, I had created an Instagram account after me and him broke up, and Brittany was really reaching out to me, and I was a bit hesitant on like allowing us to like establish anything, because I was like, I don't know about this girl, like, you know, we got into it before, and I don't want her to think like I'm on no me and her against him, like, because I wasn't on that. Like, I was just trying to heal and like get over the situation. But eventually, like, I caved in, and I was like, all right, we can be cool. So Brittany apologized to me, and she was like, you know, I'm sorry for all that happened, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, all right, cool. And we got a little cool, but I still wanted to like maintain boundaries, because I didn't want her to think that it was like me and her against him. Like I said earlier, like, I just didn't want none of that. So we never really we never talked about Braxton. Like, that was not why we never talked about Braxton. That was not why. I feel like on my end, why me and her were like cool. She did like invite me to come to Texas a few times, and I don't know, y'all, I would say yeah blah blah blah, but I knew like in the back of my mind, like, no, like, I'm not really comfortable with that, you know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't. She seemed cool, but I just wasn't really that comfortable with that. So that's kind of how that went. So me and Brittany are like, we're on good terms. Like, I don't have any beef with Brittany. Like, I don't have any like beef with her. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm not really bothered by her or anything like that, and I assumed she wasn't bothered by me, but was I wrong? So like, fast forward like a few months in 2013, and I get a text message from Braxton's new girlfriend named Mary, and I was like, why is, like, the text message was like something along the lines of, you guys, I honestly cannot remember, but I do remember it being snappy, like, why are you texting me this, like on some like trying to like, I said something to her about Braxton type of thing, and I had never texted this girl before. Like, I didn't even, you know what I mean? So me and Mary quickly find out that we did not create this like text message thing, and then we come to the conclusion one way or another that it was Brittany who sent these messages. And the reason why we suspected Brittany was, there was nobody else who had this motive, who had my number and her number, who had the like, who would be able to like send these messages to each other. Like, that just didn't happen. I know it wasn't Braxton, because Braxton isn't that type of person. And I recall thinking back to how Braxton explained to me how Brittany was really good with technology, how she tracked somebody's like IP address. Like, that might seem like not fancy to some people with technology, but I thought that was a lot. I was like, I don't even know where to start with that. So that's like one thing. And then the next thing was, apparently there's some apps out there where you can do that, and we came to the conclusion that she used the app, put both of our numbers in there, and just went in on both of us. Like, and I don't even understand why I don't know. Like I said, I thought me and Brittany were cool, but obviously not. So yeah, I don't know if that was more so to get at me or if it was to get at Mary. I don't know. Apparently she had tried, before me and Braxton got together, she tried to fight Mary at some sort of, because him and Mary used to mess around before me and him got together and while we were together, but that's another story for another day. But him and Mary used to mess around, and apparently like Brittany saw her at a gas station and like chased her at a gas station. So it's just like whoever comes into Braxton's life like gets hell for being in Braxton's life, like girl wise. So that's just kind of how that went. But yeah, so we established that, and then like kind of went from there. I was really like confused, you guys. I was like, why is Brittany like faking text messages between us? Like that's so weird. Like why would she do that? Like I mean, we're not like best friends or anything, but I thought we were like cool. Like I didn't know like you was just plotting on me this whole, I didn't know why you would do that in the first place. Like I'm not even with Braxton. So that happened, and after that happened, me and Mary came to the conclusion, we were like, all right, if we get a message from each other, we know it's not each other. Well, my silly self, I get a message like a few days later from Mary saying something along the lines that was pressing me. Like it was something like on the lines of, why did you text me again when I told you we weren't gonna, like, I told you like we weren't gonna be talking about this and da da da. And I honestly thought it was Mary, and I was like, Mary, we already talked about this, is not me. And she was like, I didn't send you that text. And I was like, okay. I was like, so I'm just gonna block your number and everybody's number involved in this. So that's what I did. So that kind of like got Brittany off my back for a while, but then Brittany showed back up. Deleted her number, I blocked her. I believe I blocked her from my old Instagram account, and that was that. You know, I got that off my chest. So fast forward to like 2014, I'm like dealing with a whole new person now, and this new person has an ex-girlfriend who is not fond of me at all. It has made it very clear. And out of nowhere, I get a message from a number that says, I'm gonna drag you when I see you. And I'm just like, what? I was like, who is this? And then no, and like just keep like pushing, like sending me these crazy text messages. So I call the guy I'm dealing with, and I'm like, yo, like why is your ex-girlfriend sending me these messages? Because I assumed it was her, because like I said, y'all, she really didn't like me. Like his ex-girlfriend did not like me. I was like, how did your ex-girlfriend get my number? Like, why is she texting me this mess? Like, what do you got going? Like, why are you giving out my number and blah blah blah? And so he was like, send me those texts. He was like, because he's like, I don't feel like she would do something like that. Send me those texts. So I sent the text to him. He was like, that's not her number. And he was like, and that's not her. And I was like, what? So I keep asking this person, like, who are you? Who are you? And then she was like, it's Brittany. And I was like, what? And then y'all, the craziest thing, she sends me my full name and my address. And y'all, at this point, like, I'm really spooked, because I'm like, how did she get this information? Because on my social media, like, none of that, I don't put my last name on there. Like, my last name is not on my social media, so I don't know how she got my last name. And then, like, she, like, I guess addresses and all that, it's on engines and all that, but she was, like, sending me my address saying she's finna pull up to my house and shit like this. And I was just like, whoa. So I'm sitting there, like, I'm driving. I'm not even at the house at this point, but I called my sister. I was like, yo, like, I think I should call the police. Like, this girl just like threatened me and sent me all these messages and talking about she finna pull up to my house and all this other stuff, like out of nowhere. And like, I came to the decision not to call the police. Like, I ended up going home and I kind of just waited it out. Like, I just waited to see how things would go. But y'all, like, that honestly like freaked me out. I was just honestly like, why? Because I'm not with Braxton anymore. Like, you have no reason to target me. Target Mary. Or direct that energy to yourself. Like, you have no reason to target me. Like, I have nothing to do with that person. Like, why are you still on me type of thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I blocked you from everything. Like, I want nothing to do with you. Why are you bothering me? So after that happens, like, I end up blocking her. I end up blocking that number, whatever that number was. I ended up blocking it, like, because I thought she was nuts for that. So I ended up like creating a new Instagram page, and recently Brittany followed me again. This time, you know, this was 2018, so I was like, okay, 4 years have passed. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt again and make sure, like, I didn't follow her back, like, I didn't have any interactions, but I let her follow me. My page is public anyway, so it wouldn't matter anyway, but she would watch my stories and everything. One day I check my Yahoo mail and I see that somebody is trying to get in my Instagram account. And I was like, oh my God. And immediately my head went to Brittany, because Brittany has really good technology skills. Like, I don't know how she got them, but she does. Like, she set that whole fiasco up with me and Mary, and then Braxton told me some stuff prior to that, like when me and him were together, about Brittany and her technology skills. So I was like, all right, she's trying to mess with me. So I ended up like changing my password and putting some extra security on there, and then I ended up blocking her again. And I hadn't had any issues yet. Looking for wood. But yeah, like that, I just still to this day, y'all, I don't understand why Brittany targeted me. Like, I don't even understand why she, to this day, like, I don't know why she did all that. Like, why are you, what did I do to you? Like, nothing. You know, like, some people just really like are crazy. Like, I don't know why you would like waste your energy and time on like bringing somebody else's life down. I don't get that. Like, that was just nuts to me. But yeah, that's kind of like that story. That's honestly, I've dealt with, you know, ex-girlfriends before, but never to this extent. Like, never have I ever like dealt with somebody like trying to like, you know, sabotage me, I guess, like wanting to fight me and stuff. Like, that was just nuts. Like, you, what? So yeah, so that wraps up this video, everybody. Please comment below and share your crazy stories of dealing with a crazy person, someone who's like harassed you or stalked you or whatever, like really has given you hell for like no reason. Like, why? But yeah, thanks so much for watching, y'all. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.